This isn't just another courtroom appearance. Kevin Ross is standing at a crossroads that could change the next several years of his life. One decision from the judge could mean freedom under probation, or years behind prison walls. And when someone is already on probation, the margin for error is incredibly small.
Sir, you are Kevin Ross.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Ross was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty in a new offense in clause number 25 DCCR 1310 to evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. And then in clause numbers 24 DCCR 1198 and 1199, there were motions to revoke probation, and he entered pleas of true. Looks like he pled true to counts 1, 2, 6, and 7, which is the new evading arrest or detention. So evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, and then also the evading arrest, the misdemeanor, from June 13th. He pled true to both of those. Pled not true to a possession of a marijuana case, not true to possessing marijuana, not true to never becoming intoxicated, regarding a drug patch, positive for cocaine, and then pled true to 6, which was that he was out past curfew at 1:39 a.m. on June 13th, and also that he's behind in his court assessed fees. And those were all the same in those motion to revoke cases. One, he's on probation for evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, and these were 4-year deferred probations from December 18th of 2024, and the second one was deadly weapon in a penal institution. So all 3 of these are third-degree felonies.
Let's pause right here, because what the judge just outlined is legally massive. Ross admitted under oath to several probation violations. In probation law, you don't need 10 violations to revoke someone. Just one proven violation can be enough. Here, the court is looking at multiple violations, plus a brand new felony involving a vehicle chase. From a legal perspective, Ross is walking into this hearing with the odds already stacked against him.
2 motion to revokes, 1 new case, cap of 8 years on all of them. I have received the pre-sentence report update. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Judge.
Yes, Judge. Any additions or corrections to the report?
Comments, ma'am.
Okay. And then I also have received several, a packet from Mr. Burbank with several letters from family members, it looks like, and friends, and in support of Mr. Ross. Ms. Malfino, have you had an opportunity to review those?
Yes, Judge.
And then it looks like there's the last jail incident report that I have is from February 17th. If you'll check, please, Ms. Warner, that there haven't been any since February 17th. Okay. Mr. Burbank, while she's checking that, you may proceed with argument.
TIVA, CE. This is a classic defense strategy in sentencing hearings. Those letters from family and friends aren't just character references, they're meant to humanize the defendant. Judges often consider whether someone has a support system waiting outside the courtroom. The message the defense wants the judge to hear is simple. Kevin Ross is more than the worst decision. Schemate.
At this time, I'd like to call the probation officer real short, couple questions.
Sure. Good morning, Ms. Carthen? No. I'm sorry. Would you please raise your right hand? That's who did the PSI. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Go ahead.
Voice court for the record, state your name, please.
Speak up, please, ma'am. Thank you.
And you're the probation officer for Mr. Ross? How long have you been his probation officer?
Not long at all. I think I'd only been seeing him 2 months since the admin unit.
Okay, and so 2 months from today, back?
Yes.
Okay. And have you gone up to see him or talked to him?
Yes.
And when you went up to talk to him, what were your impressions of him? I know he was in jail. Was he respectful?
Yes, he was respectful.
Okay. And you know that the court now has to decide whether or not to send him to TDC or to continue him on probation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You understand too that he was on probation for evading with a motor vehicle, and approximately 6 months, 5 months later, he's arrested for the same offense.
TEVA, CE, and that detail is extremely important. The probation officer has only supervised Ross for about 2 months. That's barely enough time to see whether probation is actually working. But unfortunately for Ross, during that short window, a brand new criminal allegation appeared. For judges, timing like that raises a serious question. Did probation ever really have a chance to work?
Did you have a chance to take a look at the probation? Right. Yeah. And what I want to get to real quickly is that the person who did this report, that wasn't you, right? Or was it?
The report?
Yes.
The hearing?
No, the report. Yes, I was.
No, sir.
Okay. It says here that he exhibits strengths, but he also has some concerns. Is that how you view it also?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain a little bit about what his strengths are that you've seen? Very briefly.
So dealing with probation, he's very mild-mannered than me. He actually stayed a little bit in the real world. He has some issues.
And what issues would that be?
Anger, not that like he's confused. Like most of the time when we're in probation, he called his mom, and I don't feel like he can really understand the gravity of the issue.
Do you take that because of his age, or do you think that he's just defiant?
I don't think it's age. Or it could be a mix of both, but
Okay. How about did he have any learning disabilities that you remember that could also affect his judgment?
I think he's on disabilities.
Okay. And what would he get on disability for that you don't understand?
I think it was a learning disabilities.
Knowing all that, could that be one of the causes for the way he's acting?
Yes, it could play a part.
Was he ever given the opportunity to go with any of the probation programs that could be possible to address these issues?
They know if it's happening too quick.
In order to allow him to see if you can't straighten him out. But he was reporting
Yes.
and doing all the other things, but the new offense happened too quick before
It really worked probation.
anything at all. Are there programs out there or in-house or outpatient programs that could be available to them?
Not that I can recall right now.
There's nothing that they can do like a ISF or some type of program to say, hey, let me try to straighten you out, give you some skills, give you some opportunities one last time.
Maybe ISF or like cognitive.
I mean, in-house, it has to be something intense, would you agree?
Yes.
I have nothing further to do.
Thank you.
Just a couple questions.
Sure.
Ms. Malbrough, asked Mr. Roth's probation officer whether you were in direct supervision of him or taking over the file from another officer. Have you had an opportunity to review the entirety of his file? And do you know?
I need you to speak up, please.
And do you know that when the new offense occurred, which he has pled true to, on June 13th of 2025, was he wearing a drug patch at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
And based on your review of those records, do you find that the drug patch at that time, on that date, showed that it tested positive for cocaine?
Yes.
And would that have also been an additional violation of his probation?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that also an issue that was trying to be addressed both with the drug patch and with the underlying original probation?
Yes.
Do you also know or happen to know that the officer involved in the courtroom recall from the new evading has now been relocated to Dallas with the courtroom recall, the video that you had reviewed previously? Have you had an opportunity to briefly review those offense materials? And you know that to be a very egregious high-speed evading through all parts of Jefferson County.
Yes, ma'am.
And would it be your recommendation to continue Mr. Ross on any kind of probation at this time, or he can revoke by the court?
Not this.
Any other questions of this witness?
Witness, Judge.
Any other witnesses?
Just Mr. Ross.
Mr. Ross, raise your right hand the best you can. Do you swear from the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Please, court. Just for the record, state your name.
Yeah, bro.
And Kevin, the court needs to now decide what to do with you, right?
Yes,
Simple
sir.
terms. Send you to the penitentiary or possibly give you a second chance.
This is where the prosecution drives home the danger factor. A high-speed chase isn't just another probation violation. It's the kind of conduct that courts take extremely seriously because it puts the public at risk. When a judge here speeds over 120 miles per hour, the focus shifts from rehabilitation to community safety.
What would you like this court to consider?
Give him a second chance.
Okay, well, what do you base that on?
Like ISF.
Okay, but what do you base that on? What good do you have to say that I possibly will succeed?
Got a job. When I get out, I got a job. 3 jobs lined up for when I get out.
No place to stay.
Got a house.
You have 2 parents that are very disappointed in you, but they're still supportive, correct?
Yes, sir.
One of them actually works for a prison system, don't they? Mom,
Yes, sir.
she knows what happens in there.
Yes, sir.
And has she ever indicated to you that you're not penitentiary material? That is that it's not a good place for you.
Yes, sir.
Well, tell me why, once this court gave you a second chance, that you decided that you wanted to go and get in a car and try to evade a DPS officer.
You reset, say it again.
Why did you make that decision after this court gave you a second chance to get behind the wheel of a car and try to, I guess, get away from a DPS officer? Why didn't you stop?
No, it was like I was I was the wrong place, wrong time, and I was.
Did you really think you could?
How were you? Hold on. Think about your answers very carefully. What does being at the wrong place at the wrong time have to do with this insane chase that you've been on? Insane. I mean, 127 miles an hour crazy. What does that have to do with being at the wrong place?
Wrong crowd at the wrong time. Like,
so the people in your car were the wrong crowd?
yeah, I was just hanging with the wrong people.
And that's what made you run from the car?
I stopped. They just were like, nah.
Tiva, CE. This is the moment every courtroom observer waits for: the defendant speaking directly to the judge. In these moments, every word matters. Judges are listening for accountability, remorse, and honesty. Sometimes a sincere explanation can change the trajectory of a case, but excuses or deflection can make things much worse.